The point of this video is to show you what it looks like to start with a pattern and end with a final sewing project. It is really confusing if you've never done it before, and so I wanted to give you a preview of what it looks like. I made a video back during the pandemic to help kids learn how to sew from home. So I made a pair of pajama pants, and it's an hour and 20 long minute video, which you'll have access to as you make your pajama pants. But I wanted to make it a little shorter for you so that you could see what the project looks like from start to finish. You'll see on the video right now that I am looking at my pattern and making sure it's the right one for me. I want to make sure it's the right skill level and that it has my size as well. I'm also analyzing it to make sure that I have the right fabric for the job. Next, you'll see that I'm going to use the pattern envelope to figure out what my size is by measuring myself. Now, in the video, I'm doing it on a mannequin to show you, but you'll be able to see what that's like when we do it together. After that, you can see me opening up my pattern, getting out my pattern pieces, and also my instructions. So my instructions are open now, so I can look at my cutting layout. And that's going to show me how to lay out my fabric and how to lay my pattern pieces on my fabric so I can cut everything out to be the right size. Now you can see that I have laid out all of that tissue paper. It's a lot of tissue paper. It's not very fun to put away once you've taken it out, so I'd be careful with that. And if it rips, it's not a big deal. You can always tape it up. So I'm cutting out the right pattern piece for my size. After that, I'm using my cutting layout to figure out how to lay out my fabric. So I'm looking at the sides of my fabric and I'm looking at my cutting layout and I'm figuring out how to fold my fabric. Once my fabric is folded and laid out on my table, now I can use my cutting layout from my pattern to lay my pattern pieces on. And now I'm pinning them as well. Once everything's pinned on, I can grab my pair of scissors and I can cut around my pattern pieces. There are lines on each pattern piece that will show me which size to cut. After that, I'm going to use my pattern instructions to figure out how to piece my project together. I'll pin it and then I'll take it to the sewing machine and then I will sew it all together. And then you can see I've finished my pair of pants.